What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Glad to have you. And I know everybody's super excited to finally see what Joe's bike made on 29 pounds of boost with VP X98 fuel. I want to take a second and ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel, along with give this video a like, maybe even share it. And you know, building bikes is my full-time job. I know a lot of you guys know that for some time, for many years actually, I was building bikes and I still had a full-time job. Well, a little over a year ago, I left that job. So helping to like the videos and being subscribed helps kick a couple dollars my way. You ain't getting rich, especially with 4,000 subscribers and 1,000 views per video, but please, it really helps out. So with that out of the way, on the walk around video, I left off saying that I had already finished the pump gas numbers and I was going ahead and doing the X98 tune, and that's what I did that day. However, I got up around like 18 or 20 pounds of boost, and the actual boost started going down no matter how much pressure I put on top of the wastegate. So it seemed like it had a boost leak of some sort. So I fiddled around, checked all the lines, did all the normal stuff, and the more I ran the bike, the less boost it would make. And there'd be times where it'd be really lean. I'd put fuel in it, make a pull, it'd be fine. Do another pull, it'd start leaning out again. So there's a bubble is that from my mouth? But anyways, so I kept going around and checking, and finally I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it back to the shop and go over it. And I found a air fitting right off the wastegate that goes to the bottom that was actually pulling out, and it actually showed signs that it was leaking. So I'm like, well, shit, that was an easy fix. So did an oil change on it, went over, tightened up everything, made sure it was good, because we were going to go back and give it hell in the dyno. Well, it did that. And for the first couple of hits, it was behaving itself, and then it started doing the same thing. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here? Well, after tightening up the header and doing a whole bunch of things and making sure everything was sealed up, finally put a boost leak checker on there, shut off all the dyno fans, and all of a sudden could hear air blowing. Now I had the ignition on when we were checking the boost leaks to see how much pressure was in the system. The computer was showing 10 pounds, but the gauge on the boost leak checker was showing like 30 or 40 or something like that. I'm like, oh well, it's a cheap gauge, so who knows how accurate it is. So I was figuring that that gauge was wrong. Well, after shutting off the fans, I really heard air blowing somewhere underneath the tank. I go over, put my hand over the map sensor, and I feel air blowing from the map sensor. I figured the line had a hole in it or something. I pull it off, and this is what I found. Alright, I got it. Yeah, the fucking map sensor was blowing air out of it. Never seen one do it before. So, stupid. That was one of the stupidest problems I've ever run across. That was a big pain in my ass. So, replaced the map sensor, made a couple low boost hits. Everything was correlating to like how it was before. I'm like, okay, we're golden. So, kept turning up the boost, and finally got to 29 pounds of boost. And this is what it made. So here's the clip now. Fucking impressive, right? Now I can already hear it. Keyboard warriors, oh, I thought you guys said it was going to make 600 horsepower. Well, we ran out of map sensor. The ECU with the 3-bar GM can only read 31 pounds of boost. Yeah, I could have turned it up 2 more, but you're right up against that wall there. And plus you have to put a boost cut on there if you want to be safe, which, I mean, who doesn't? With how much power it was making per pound of boost, it would been, if we still had more map sensor, could have turned it up another 4, maybe 5 pounds of boost, and that would have been 600 horsepower. So there's no doubt in my mind this thing would have made 600 horsepower. And actually probably would have made 600 horsepower if I leaned it out a touch and put some timing back into it. Because I have this thing, even though it's making power, it's kind of gutted, essentially. It can make a lot more horsepower per pound of boost, but being that it's going to be doing, half-mile and mile events, leaning out, erring on the side of safety, that's where it's at now. So I wanted to thank everybody for sticking around and watching, and I want to say thank you all that have left. Some of you guys have left really, really nice comments, especially on my walk around video. You guys really help motivate me to keep making the videos, and I see a lot of you guys comment that some of my HP Tech videos have actually helped them, building their bikes. So it's really cool to see people are taking my content and actually putting it to use and learning something and learning how to work on their bikes their own. That's the whole thing. I'm trying to pay that forward to people, because good builders are starting to come few and far between, and the expense of this hobby or sport, whatever you want to call it, just keeps going up and up. So if I can help somebody do it in their garage, awesome. If you need some parts, hit me up. I can get you the parts. But doing the work, I'm trying to inspire everybody to at least do it themselves if you're mechanically inclined to any extent. So anyways, thank you. I want to thank Joe for trusting me to build the bike and tune it, and got some real cool stuff coming up. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.